Interesting situations, beginning with an accusation by Congressman Mike Rogers from Michigan, who says the Obama administration is now ordering military people to read captured Taliban and al-Qaeda their rights in Afghanistan. That means they're telling the terrorists that they have a right to remain silent. With us now, attorney and Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly. So what's this all about?
Yeah, exactly what you said. They're telling the FBI in particular.
But why? Why would they do this?
Because Barack Obama is changing our approach in the field when it comes to prosecuting or going after terror suspects. And it's a designed change, and this is part of it. He views these terror suspects as criminals, not necessarily as terrorists. And so he's making a shift to sort of the way we were pre-9/11, where we would treat them as criminals. We would have the FBI and law enforcement deal with them, as opposed to the CIA and our military intelligence.
Okay, now is that smart if they're going to bring these guys to civilian court, as this guy was brought to New York City last week? Because then they can say to the jury, we Miranda.
Yeah, well, listen, my view is if you got a problem with this, with him telling the FBI to Mirandize these guys, your problem is not really with that policy. Your problem is with the fact that they're going to get trials here in American courts. But if they're going to get trials here in American courts, then they do need Miranda.
Then they have to get them, because the judge would throw it out.
Right, but if we would just keep them at Gitmo or give them the military tribunals or court-martials or whatever, it would be a different story.
We all know, all of us who are saying that military tribunals is the way to handle this, but we're not living in that kind of a world anymore. However, the downside is you capture a Taliban and an al-Qaeda.
Yeah.
You can't ask them any questions.
We are talking about not just on the battlefield in Afghanistan, but also in Iraq. I mean, we've had intelligence officials come out and say, can you imagine if we had Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who ultimately
you tell Khalid, you don't have to say anything.
No, you've got a right to an attorney. You've got a right to remain silent. No, we weren't telling him he had a right to remain silent. We were waterboarding him. And he gave information that prevented Americans from dying.
Right. You're going to cut down your intel flow drastically. Okay.